viewers, it's your girl Coco J, and welcome to my channel. It's so good to have you guys watching my video again. Please, if you're seeing this video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and also give me that thumbs up. And for my regular viewers, thank you so much for always watching my video, and please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section and just let me know your thoughts concerning this video. Today's topic is a bit sensitive because I'm going to be talking about an issue that most people tend to ignore and deny, and that is depression. Well, depression is a serious mental illness that causes people to experience intense and persistent feeling of sadness, despair, and loss of interest in activities. And if you are in Nigeria, then you will, agree with me that once in a while you tend to feel depressed in this country. Being in Nigeria, sorry, being a Nigerian in Nigeria is depressing enough. So, so this topic is very, very important for me to let people know how we can handle this depression, let people know the signs associated with this depression, let people know the different types of depression, because when we know all these things, we will be better prepared and better informed to be able to handle them. Okay, we all know that life can be tough, and nobody is spared the challenges of life, because difficult moments are just part of human existence. If you are a Nigerian, oftentimes people get crushed beneath the load of these numerous challenges that life throws their way. Sadly, these challenges make some people feel discouraged, hopeless, and even contemplate suicide. So, one of the reasons why people commit suicide is because they are oftentimes overwhelmed by challenges they feel they can't get rid of. And another reason is the intense feeling of rejection or the loss of a dear one. All this can contribute to suicidal thoughts in any person's life. So, whatever the reason is, I just want to say that suicide is never a better way to end depression or whatever challenge a person may be going through. Moreover, it doesn't matter what the excuse for suicide is, no one has the right to take their life, because it's neither theirs to give nor take in the first place. This life has been lent to us by God, and we cannot do whatever we like with it. We have to leave it right for God, because it's not ours. The life is not ours. No, it has been given to us by God, and we do not have any right to take it. So before I list some of the signs and symptoms of depression associated with both male and female and children, let us identify the different types of depression, because by identifying them, we will be able to know the kind of solutions to give to each of the problems. First on my list, we have the PDD, which means persistent depressive disorder, also known as dysthymia. This is a continuous long-term mild or moderate depression that doesn't go away for a long period. Symptoms of PDD may include feelings of sadness, hopelessness, inadequacy, and loss of interest in normal everyday activities. We also have the postpartum depression. This is what Korra Obidi has been hammering on in most of her video. She is right. She keeps saying, I have to be strong for my kids because postpartum depression is real. And she is so, so right. Postpartum depression is so real. So she has to stay strong for herself and for her kids. And for people who do not know what postpartum depression is, it is usually associated with nursing mothers, Some women experience this type of depression after, delivering. It's accompanied by extreme feelings of sadness, anxiety, and exhaustion, which makes them unable to take care of themselves or their babies. I have seen a situation where a nursing mother strangled her few days old baby to death out of depression. So that is why it is not advisable to or overstress a nursing mother, because they could fall into um, postpartum depression and it could be disastrous. We also have the psychotic depression. This is when a depressed person starts having delusions and hallucinations. He or she starts seeing things other people can't see. He or she starts hearing voices other people can't hear. So this type of depression is what we call the psychotic depression. And there is also the seasonal affective depression. The seasonal affective depression. There are people who get depressed during a particular season. Some people get depressed during the winter season, and it goes away during spring or summer. So this type of depression is called the seasonal affective disorder. So how can we identify signs of depression? Because humans, we are so good at hiding our feelings. We are so good at hiding our emotions, our tears, our pains, and so on. And we tend to hide these things and die in silence. So if we do not know that the person is depressed, we might not be able to render the necessary help that he or she needs. So now, what are the signs associated with depression? Now, for women, for adult women, the most common signs that you will see are anxiety. When a woman is depressed, she tends to show signs of anxiety, agitation, sadness, irritability. She gets irritated by very little and uncommon things. Mood swings. Now, in one minute she'll be happy, the next minute she'll be sad, the next minute she'll be teary, and so on. So we now have confusion as one of the symptoms. We have fatigue. She complains of tiredness 247. We have cogitating. We have loss of social and sexual interest. We have being touchy and yelling at their children, even other people's children. They tend to yell at their children or other people's children. We have illogical reasoning. They don't reason right. They are not logical in their reasoning. We have unintentional weight gain or weight loss. So if you see a woman that starts gaining weight all of a sudden, well, you should watch out for her. She might be depressed. So it's not all weight gain that is evidence of good living. She might not be okay mentally. So we should watch out for that. Unintentional weight gain or weight loss. We have being suspicious. We have forgetfulness. If a woman tends to forget easily, too much, maybe she is depressed. We also have secret tears. Women, most of us, we don't like people seeing our tears, so we tend to hide in our closet and cry. So that's another symptom of depression. And we have throbbing head. When a woman complains of too much headache every day, she's complaining of headache, either headache or migraine, you should watch out. She might be depressed. Now, for the male adults, we have indicators among men that includes sadness. We also have physical pain like headache or backache. We also have excessive intake of alcohol and drugs. If a man takes alcohol and drugs excessively, well, watch out, that man might be depressed. We also have display of anger. If a man gets angry easily, well, he might be depressed. Taking dangerous risk. You will see most men taking dangerous risk, understand, especially when you see a man that wants to take unimaginable risk. Watch out, he might be depressed. We also have working without break. If a man just dedicates all his time to his work without break, non-stop, working round the clock, just using work as a cover up for his depression, we should, watch out for him. Avoiding families and social situations, having difficulty keeping up with work and family duties, exhibiting abusive and overbearing behavior in relationships. Most of these abusive men, are depressed because most of them do not do it, with their normal senses. Most of them are depressed, and they take it out on their spouse, and they take it out on the female gender. So if a man exhibits any abusive or overbearing behavior in a relationship, at work, we should watch out for him. He could be depressed, contemplating suicide, being suspicious, and loss of sexual desires or excessive sexual desires. It could also be a sign of depression. If a man demands for sex 247, 247 sex 247, that could be a sign of depression. And if he also loses sexual desire, it could be a sign of depression. So we should just, keep our eyes peeled, watch out for him. So depression in adolescents and teenagers, it's not only adults that, that experience depression. Adolescents, teenagers, they also experience depression. And what are the signs? These are the common signs you will see in a depressed adolescent or a teenager. First on my list is difficulty concentrating at schoolwork. That child will not be able to concentrate at schoolwork if he or she is depressed. Feeling unloved. He or she has this feeling of unloved. Nobody loves him or her. Do you understand? Feeling moody. 247, that child is always, feeling moody and craving the company of an opposite sex. Craving the company of an opposite sex. When a teenager starts craving the company of the opposite sex, it could be a sign of depression. It could be a sign of depression. We should watch out. And we also have insomnia. If a child finds it difficult to sleep, it could be another, indicator of depression. We have sleeping too much. If a child sleeps too much, well, we should, start, asking questions. Decrease or increase in appetite. If your child start eating, too much all of a sudden, don't say, oh, now, he wants to grow, he wants to start growing. No, we should watch out, because increase in appetite could also be an indicator of depression in an adolescent. We also have avoiding social situations and activities that they usually enjoy. If you notice that your child starts, withdrawing from activities he or she normally enjoys, well, you as a parent, you should start, asking questions. You should start, trying to investigate and know the reason why, because that child could be depressed. If you see that child, withdrawing from friends and family, most times kids, when they are depressed, they tend to always be in their room. And they tend to, 247, they're always in their room and with their phones fibbling. It could be a sign of depression. Don't say, maybe he just wants to, be on his own, or she just wants to be on her own. If it is a frequent occurrence, then you as a parent, you should be worried. And also poor grades at school, well, that is also common, because if a child is depressed, he or she will not be able to concentrate at schoolwork, and the end result will be poor grades at school. We also have feeling guilty, destitute, and worthless. And finally, we have restiveness, and there are other symptoms. So don't just rely on my own symptoms, but you can also check up for other symptoms of depression associated with adolescents and teenagers. Then for children, some of the typical symptoms of depression you will see in children are crying without cause. If a child start crying without cause, children, it could be annoying. It could be very annoying. A child to start crying without cause. I mean, you'll be asking that child, what is the reason? Why are you crying? What do you want? He or she can't give you any reasonable excuse, but he or she keeps crying. It could be a sign of depression, in a child. We have low energy, we have unfriendly behavior and clinginess. If your child clings to you 247, like he or she doesn't want to, depart from your side, it could be a sign of depression. We also have defiance behavior. If a child shows this stubborn behavior, vocal outburst, it could be a sign of depression. We also have slow speech, slow movement, restlessness, loss of appetite, and reduced interest in social activities and others. These are the different signs that are associated with adult male and adult female, teenagers, adolescents, children, and so on. So, the point is, when we have adequate, knowledge about what depression is, and we are able to identify the characteristics associated with it, we'll be in a better position to help anyone who may be suffering from it. Do you understand? So the question then is, what ways can a depressed person be helped? How can we help a depressed person? What are the solutions to depression? So you will find out this in my next video. Just watch out for my next video, because I'll be giving out the different ways we can help a depressed person. Most of the times, people who are depressed, they don't admit it. They tend to deny it, they tend to cover it up, they tend to say, it's a lie, don't worry, I'll be over it. But the point is, they are dying in silence. So if we can identify these signs, then we know the ways in which we can go about helping them. It will really, really go a long way, because most of this suicide going up and down will actually reduce. And if you want to know some of the ways you can help a depressed person, don't forget to follow me up in my next video, like this video, and also press the notification button so that you can be notified when I post this my next video. And also, don't forget to share this video. If you've learned one or two things from this video, don't forget to share. And if you have anything to add to this video, please feel free, drop your ideas in the comment section, and I will read all of them. Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to this video, and have a lovely day. Stay blessed. I love you. Bye.